could potentially do that with or without a mat. The way I printed them on my photo printer, they also have a little white border. So I could use the white part as a mat, but that's so bright against the cream, I don't think I want to do that here. So I'm kind of feeling like if I did the top of the gondola, I could either do a couple of pictures either on top or even tuck them in like that or like that. And then I could have my arrow coming out of the photo. That might be kind of fun. Because then I could use these other top of the gondola rides here. Then that would give me 3 more of these photos to put on this side. So even though they're more this size, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to use some of these 4x4 photo mats. They're a little bit bigger. Now I'm just thinking, I'm sorry. I wonder, I like the idea of having the top of the gondola on the top of the page. I kind of want to maybe show down here that we're running ahead because we're really excited to go on this fun adventure. So this is going to be my placeholder for that photo down here. And then the 2 photos I have left are both portrait. So I'm thinking I just kind of plop those in here. It's going to need something else to fill in a little bit of that space. I was just looking to see, do I have another good photo printed for that? I really don't. Or maybe I put all 3 of them across the bottom and fill this space with something else. Maybe that's a journaling card, maybe it's another accent. My workspace is turning a little messy because I think that's just what happens when most of us craft a little bit. The other thing I wanted to look at with these accents and a la cartes up here is to pull in this arrow shape. Do I do some kind of another arrow? Or do I do a ring behind it? Maybe have that sticking out a little bit. I could also have this ring behind the photos. So you wouldn't see the part underneath here. That looks a little big to me. Not sure I'm feeling that. What about these lacy trims? That one's too big. And you could have that. I could tuck this one behind there. I think it's just a little too flowery for the mountain shape. Maybe this one wouldn't be bad. Maybe what I do maybe I put the ring or the lacy shape over here. I'm going to slide that down in there further. So that would be behind my photo. And maybe I bring the arrow over to this side, because that would take up some space. And they're pretty excited. So that's kind of where I'm at with the layout. I think at this point you've kind of gotten an idea for some of the stuff I play with. The other idea is with some brackets, like if you wanted to, let's say to maybe fill some of the space, I just wanted to do a little journaling. I could put a bracket behind my photo, so that's sticking out, and that could be a little journal block. So then my arrow would be pointing at my journal block. Got a couple different shapes. Kind of like that one, because the sharp tip reminds me a little bit about the way the top of those mountains. See, there's a peak there and a peak there, so that might work. There's that shape, but I think that's going to be a little too wide because my photo's only going to be 3 inches. So I'm really liking the idea of this one, because that builds up just like my mountains kind of build up. So I'm thinking maybe that's the way to do it. We do a little journaling there. Maybe I even throw in just a little bit of a heart here because they're so excited and it was a fun family trip. I'm not sure I love that heart there though. I think, again, that might just be a little bit too girly for the masculine papers and the layouts, even though it's a picture of us with our girls. Or maybe even a little charmed guy. I'm kind of liking that. So maybe that's the way we do it. So if we reserve some space for journaling and have a little extra accent there, I'm kind of feeling that. This guy we could even slide down in here a little bit more so that both we can see more of this cool paper, and then we're filling the empty space a little bit better so we've got proportions. So the biggest thing when I'm deciding what colors to put where is going to be the same things as in Susan's video. I'm kind of going to want to balance that. So for my photo mats, I'm probably going to use either a cream or like a light tan or taupe color, just so that really pops off this page. But then for all my accents, I'm going to want some of the same colors. So the trickiest thing here is there's a lot more going on over here than there is over here. So I may take a couple of the colors that I cut these out of and maybe do just a couple of the mattes in a different color. Or maybe I'll matte these photos, but I won't matte these photos, just to make that color pull through and be more consistent, a little bit more symmetrical. The other thing is I want to maybe just add something else over here yet, and I don't know what that's going to be. We could do a little shape. We could do, that's way too big. We could do this guy or something like that. Coming out, maybe a little tag. I don't know, I'll figure that out. The battery on my phone is getting low, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off from the video. Oh, that would be kind of fun too. And I'm going to pop back in with a photo of the completed layout in the comments. So I hope this was a little bit helpful to see how I played around with some of the pieces, and please feel free to ask any questions, make any suggestions, and I will post the final page. It's possible I may tweak just a couple of little things, but hopefully that gives you a good idea to my process. Thanks, and I hope you have a great day.